Please do not do this. It'll make your essay sound boring and the admissions committee might just skip over it and think like, that was not that good. What is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Briana and I'm a soon-to-be physician assistant student. Today's topic is all about personal statements, from the things you should include to the things you shouldn't. If you're a pre-PA, pre-med, pre-nursing, or pursuing something that requires you to write an engaging and compelling personal statement, I suggest that you keep on watching this video to learn about the top mistakes that I have seen being made and transform your essay from being okay to unforgettable and outstanding. So the first mistake that I have observed is that applicants tend to restate their resume in an essay format. Please do not do this. It'll make your essay sound boring and the admissions committee might just skip over it and think like, that was not that good. Instead, the personal statement is a space for you to write about your experiences that have led you to pursue the career that you're pursuing. Talk about your characteristics, your background. Why should the admissions committee pick you to be in their program? I suggest that you implement the STAR method throughout your personal statement to make it really engaging and to use your experiences to support the words that you're using. If you say that you're a good communicator or that you're hardworking, you're passionate, you're compassionate, then use your experiences to back that up. In my personal statement, I spoke about how I became or improved my communication skills. And I was able to do this because of my medical assistant position. So how did I implement this? In my essay I wrote, while it was rewarding to assist the physician in minor procedures and triage patients, I was able to gain the confidence to communicate with patients and coworkers. I became socially conscious of the different circumstances I may face as a PA, and I now feel more equipped to enter the profession because of this experience. Although I didn't completely say it like that, that is the gist of how I used the situation. I worked as a medical assistant. Task: I triaged patients and assisted the physician in minor procedures. Action or assessment: I was able to improve my communication skills, and the result of that is that I will now be better equipped to enter the PA profession. So if you speak that you are compassionate, what experiences have led you to gain or learn about compassion? If you're a hard worker, where in your background did you gain the skills to say that you're a hard worker? Believe me, it'll make your essay go from mediocre to pretty unforgettable, and the admissions committee will have a better understanding of who you are and why you want to become a PA. The next common mistake that I have observed is that applicants tend to kind of not answer the prompt fully, and that is, what experiences or what is your motivation to become a physician assistant? Use your experiences, use your background, and don't just simply state, it's because I love helping people or I love working in healthcare. There are many other professions that allow you to do this, so what is unique about the PA profession that you absolutely love? Your experiences, you may think, oh, well, everyone shadowed or everyone worked as a medical assistant, but they are unique to you because it is coming from your perspective. So if you were shadowing a PA and you saw something that you absolutely loved, write that down in your personal statement. If you worked as an EMT or a PTA and you said, oh, this is why I want to become a PA, then write that down. That's what the admissions committee wants to see. What experiences, or again, what is your motivation to pursue the profession you're pursuing? And it doesn't have to be related to healthcare at all. In my personal statement I wrote, having played team sports all of my life and competing in extracurricular activities, I found myself wanting to be in a collaborative environment versus a competitive one. I enjoyed the team-based learning my college major implemented and observed the unique team-based care the PA profession offers. This is what I wanted to do. Do you see how I related my background and experiences to the reasons of why I want to become a PA? You can do the same thing if you were in a band, if you danced, or even if you tutored. Another mistake that I tend to see is that when you're talking about an experience, you might give a little bit too much detail about the person you're speaking about, and the admission committee learns more about them than you. And I'll give you a quick example of this, and it is completely fictional and made up by me. So it's about John, and he comes into the emergency room with a laceration on his leg. I started panicking because of the size of the laceration. He told me that he was climbing a tree to get down a cat and he fell, and that's what caused the laceration. He was helping his grandma, and I thought that that was so nice that he was doing that. He grabbed the keys and came straight to the emergency room where he was bleeding everywhere. I decided, okay, I need to stop panicking, and I bandaged the wounds to stop the bleeding. John was so grateful that I helped him that day, and because of that, I realized I wanted to pursue the PA profession. There's too much emphasis on John, and there's details that aren't really needed. Go through your personal statement and see if each sentence really needs to be there or if it's just a filling sentence. Instead, condense those kinds of experiences to something like, John came into the emergency room crying hysterically as I observed a laceration on his leg. Although I was immediately surprised by the size of the laceration, I took a deep breath, grabbed the bandages to address the wound, and stop the bleeding. As John went home that day, I reflected on the impact that I had on his care and realized I wanted to have a more pivotal role in healthcare. There is no longer a larger emphasis on John, and instead the admissions committee gets to learn more about you, such as that you react pretty quick to stressful situations, and they have a better understanding of why you're pursuing the PA profession. Lastly, because the conclusion is last, it is often neglected, and this is the last impression you will make to the admissions committee. I always suggest to reiterate the strong attributes you have that are valuable to the PA profession. You're going to become a student first, and then you're going to become a certified PA. So what do you want the admissions committee to know about you that will make them think, yes, I know they will succeed in PA school and eventually become a PA? Lastly, try to have a few sentences to speak about what you hope to achieve as a future physician assistant. I begin my conclusion with, access to medical care and lack of health literacy are amongst the few disparities that I have observed, not only at free healthcare events, but while shadowing and working as a medical assistant. I backtrack to my intro to tie it in to my body and then end it off in the conclusion. I then speak about my strong attributes, such as my strong academic background and fulfilling experiences, and how I feel confident to become a PA student and successfully become certified. Lastly, I end my personal statement with what I hope to achieve, and that is to provide quality care to communities such as the one that I live in. I hope you found all of this information helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know. I do revise personal statements, so if you want to know more information about that, feel free to email me at medically.bri@gmail.com or message me through Instagram. I really do hope you have an amazing day. Do not forget to subscribe, like, or thumbs up this video, and turn on the notifications bell. I will see you all next Sunday. Bye!